Hello.
I need to move.
Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey and Paul Bennett here on Saturday, January 10th, 2015 at 16:05 Eastern Time. And let's be sure we got everything up here. All right. Now, we haven't talked to you for a while. It's been a moderately full 3 days since we last talked to y'all. On Thursday the 8th, in addition to being my 63rd birthday, Paul had to do, well, we did a lot of running around for his paperwork for these various medical insurance matters and things.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd elaborate.
Well, came home from the doctor, and it was I'd finally gotten the emails from Florida, but I'd been waiting for him ever since it happened.
The headquarters of the outfit that owns this particular hotel is in Florida.
So I didn't get him till Wednesday afternoon.
Well, so we went over to the Hampton, and I actually got to meet the cast of characters I've been hearing about for the last 3 years. It was great. It was very nice. It was nice to meet these people. And Paul scootered around on his little knee scooter.
Well, I was checking to see how it had progressed.
Well,
And
they said you're only
really not done that.
but Zeddy said it was going to be done maybe in about a week or two.
Yeah, this is the 10th.
So, no, she said by the time you come back, it's going to be completely done.
Yeah, but she said they're claiming this is the 10th.
Yeah.
And they're telling her that by the 7th, it's the 10th. Yeah, it's Saturday the 10th.
Yeah.
They're telling her that by the 16th or 17th.
Yeah, no, she said like a week.
By next weekend,
yeah.
they claim to have that place all back together.
Well, that's going to be very. That almost might be worth a trip on spec to go down there and just cast your eye on that.
Yeah. Get eye proof. I mean, half of the dining room floor is gone. There's no baseboard. The serving area hasn't even been touched yet.
We didn't even see the serving. Did we see the serving area?
No.
No, I didn't think so. No.
And I didn't take you.
We didn't see the business center either.
Well, that's where the two little computers were.
Oh, was it just?
You thought it was going to be.
I thought it was a big room.
I know, but we let you know.
Well, at the Holiday Inn where I stayed for this meeting, it was a big room. It looked like one of those classrooms you see in all of the we're running such a good school system video where they've got computers all the way around the wall and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
and they each have their own little private cubicle.
Or like when you go up to the library, you know. And,
yeah, I've got apartment complexes like that.
Yeah.
Or had.
Yes, back in the days when you were working for free for these guys. Well,
I forgot. Somebody had a great one.
Leaving that in the past. So then we went over to you were
back to the dock.
Back to the dock.
Gave them some stuff to fill out, and they faxed it off to Florida for me.
You understand it was Florida. Without going into where they were faxing it.
Yeah, it had to go to Carroll.
Of course, we were doing this all, and I think the temperature was 0, and the wind was very brisk.
So, well, your truck.
To
tell you new things I'm not starting.
When I parked the truck at the hotel, and I went, to get the truck so I could pick Paul back up under the little porch there. This thing didn't want to start.
I mean,
And I thought, oh my.
It's only a mile, and no, your vehicle does not warm up that short a distance.
Well, no, it had been idling out here for about 12 minutes, while we were getting all together. I mean, so anyway, it did start on the second try. So. That's why we're here. Otherwise, we'd be sitting out in the parking lot there at the Hampton Inn. Well, let's see. Then that evening, our good neighbors, Liz and Henry, came over, and they brought pizza to celebrate my birthday, and we had a very wonderful evening.
They were here till 9.
Yeah, they were here about 9. Yeah, that was great. It's wonderful. What a surprise! What a pleasant, kind surprise. Very nice. One of my better birthdays, actually. Well, as I said, it's been very cold. No need to belabor that. I mean, we've been down to -8. It was -4 this morning. It's actually up to 11 right now. So. Now, I guess this is going to be the really last, really cold day. We're going to start getting into the lows in the teens and highs in the
That's supposed to be tomorrow.
High 20s, low 30s. Yeah. And then we're going to have a little freezing rain on Monday.
Monday morning.
Well, thank God we don't have to go anywhere. I've got the battery charger on the generator, and it's on float. So it's I got
slow.
No, it maintains the charge. It's got once it's fully charged, it will do a float mode. A mode.
Well, the charger does a float mode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope the battery doesn't float out of the pole bar or out of the garage.
No, it just made me laugh because I was thinking about what they call those hidden holidays.
Oh, a floating holiday.
Yeah, you got a floater.
Floater's an interesting term. I mean, it can be used for things in your eye. Work holidays.
Well,
batteries.
Before I came home, here a week, cause I used the floater for the day after Christmas, and yeah. And I was going to have one after New Year's Day. And, what was it? Oh, Lee said that I could get a start on my others in February. And I said, there's nothing in February. And she said, there's President's Day. She said, there's Martin Luther Day. I said, Lee, those don't count.
Well, Martin Luther Day is going to be here next week.
Yeah. But that doesn't count. That's not a national holiday.
Well, no, it's still Martin Luther Day is one of the 9 federal holidays.
But it gets out.
Well, I mean, it's not widely honored as such, but
banks don't even close.
There's no stock trading or bond trading.
Right.
I'd be surprised if,
Well, all I know, it's not on the list.
The post office closes.
I know it's not on the list.
There's no mail delivery.
Well, there was something last year somewhere. I thought it would close, that the banks would close and stuff. No, banks were open.
I'd say y'all can go. I'm not going to step into that minefield. So this morning, I got up and watched the launch of the Dragon. They actually got it to launch today.
Actually got it off the ground. And
Got off, and they have these little wings and things on the first stage, and they were going to try to retrieve it and land it on this platform out in the ocean there, and it did hit the platform.
I'm amazed
But-
it even has a guidance system on a piece that's supposed to be nothing but a gas tank and a motor.
And as Elon Musk said, it landed hard. And he said, we will piece things together from the telemetry and ... actual pieces.
It crashed on
Well,
the boat.
I don't know. I mean, this was probably more like a controlled crash, like one of those landings where you can't fly the plane again, but you walk away from. They didn't have any video because it was landing. It was in the dark.
Well, they used thrusters to slow it.
They restart the engines, and they restart them and stop them three or four times on the way down.
The giant big ass engine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they restart all 9 of them, but Elon Musk is a very smart guy.
So they used his full size engine as thrusters.
Let's see. Oh, now, Paul had a very interesting adventure today with a website. What were you trying to do, Paul?
Oh. This guy, orthopedics, they have a thing called a patient's.
Here, let me show you this. Let me show you this foot here. There we go.
My new booty. It's called a patient portal. And what you're supposed to be able to do is get on that and see.
Sounds very sci-fi, doesn't it? Patient portal.
Keep double check on, when your appointment is and stuff.
Yes, I bet you'll be racing to that every second or so.
Yeah. It is keeping,
I bet you won't be going to. I bet you'll be going to that more often than manhub.com.
Oh, put it in one of the account where you check and look the most. I got one.
He had his particular trouble with various passwords on this thing, setting up passwords.
Oh, it got pissed.
Yeah, it really was a bit.
What the problem? I put it in, and then I was supposed to confirm it. Well, okay, after I put it in and do the confirmation, I didn't enter it. I jumped on down to an account, /account number thing that they sent me. And then I went down, hit submit it, and set it to send it up. Well, then it came right back and it said, you need to get rid of all the red blotches.
Well,
so
we all like to get rid of red blotches.
like we're corrected the birth date, got it wrote down
I have red blotches.
correctly.
Do you think I can get rid of these with the internet?
Be nice. I am too. Anyway, the birth date thing worked, but I couldn't get the damn password in the confirmation thing to work at the end of all this stuff. Finally, I got it. I sat here and just kept trying and trying.
Yeah, he was very persistent.
Because I would put in the password.
It took about 2.5 hours.
I put in the password, and I even changed it like 3 times, and I kept writing down the different changes. And finally, I got it.
I tried to sign into a government website once, and not healthcare.gov, by the way, but another one, and it took me fully 2.5-3 hours to get onto that daggone website.
I even tried to come up
and they wanted me to sign in. They said I had to do this.
I even tried it. I was going to do a thing that matched, in a way, the way their code thing is.
Oh, things can't match in a way on the internet. They've got to be exact.
No. This is from the freaking doc.
Oh, okay.
His say it's like a numeral, then a capital letter, and then you got a numeral, then you have a capital letter, then you have another numeral,
Oh, you're talking about your access code.
whatever. It
Yeah, that's his access.
and then, and then the very last thing is an alphabet, only it's small cap.
Yes. Well, it's small. It's lowercase.
What a
Yeah.
case cap.
Well,
Anyway,
capitals are
I had
a
that-
case.
well,
Lowercase is a, I'm sorry.
anyway, I kept trying this and entering it, and it wouldn't work. Well, what I finally come up with is even another one. Only I did it in all caps, in
Yeah.
one numeral,
Yeah.
and I tried that. It didn't work. I tried it, and kept going, staying with the same thing. Finally, I went down. I put it in there where I wanted it the first time. I did the confirmation thing.
Yeah.
Then I hit enter,
It's-
and the sucker accepted
It's
it.
it's the repetitive circle of death. How many times have we gone around 3 or 4 times having exactly this same experience?
Then it accepted it. So then I had to go through all the paperwork again just to verify that everything was complete.
Yeah.
And if it was done, then oh,
throw yourself on your sword. I'll tell you, if you weren't
hit
ill,
log out.
if
and
you
go
weren't,
away.
if you weren't ill before you visited this physician's website, you would be after you did. Maybe that's how they generate business. Maybe they want people to get up, since it's an orthopedic guy, maybe they want you to get up and jump around and really mess yourself up in frustration. Well, other than the fact the day's cold, we saw 5 deer. Well, I saw 5 deer. Paul was becalmed in his chair because it's hard for him to get around. God bless him.
I'm working on it.
Oh no, you're getting better on your crutches, and you really are. You did inadvertently sort of get a little bit of weight on the foot today, but only transiently, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah.
Lost balance.
Well, yeah. And the scooter. The scooter's over there at the end of
Yeah.
the table. Okay. Only thing I've noted is that we got the real estate taxes today for they're actually for last year, but you pay them in this year, and much to my surprise, the total amount is $52 less than last year. So they're only going to extract from me this coming year $10,971.76, being $52 less than what I was
Last
extorted for last year. Now, these things happen. Thank God I have the money to pay for it. We got anything more? We killed. We dispatched most of the Malaysian shield bugs.
Oh yeah.
I broke down and sprayed a bit. Also, I saturated that curtain over there in the back with 7 garden powder.
After you sprayed it.
And
So if you see any dark
the brown streaks are
That's
actually the 7. Yes.
that's the
Because-
powder
because
stuck
they-
on the drape from when it was wet from the spray.
They've covered. They've made the 7 look pink rather than white like it was many years ago. But we have this wonderful sort of corpse field down there by the back door where all these guys have died.
And they filled up the drapes, people. On the
Oh, it was
shut the drapes. That was
it was
supposed to be white.
it was
But
spectacular.
it's kind of shit up black with the black pattern.
I also had to-
running across
I also had to spray around the back of the stove. I came out here one morning at 3, This was it was this week,
Yeah.
and Paul's out here with his
But we had hams.
with his little knee scooter, and he's picking these daggone Malaysian shield bugs off the top of the stove. And he's putting.
I had a paper cup with a lid.
Yeah, he's putting them in a little paper cup with a lid, that he'd gotten ham from the hotel in. And he had this little box of bugs that he put in the trash with a lid on, of course.
But about 15 or better.
Oh, easily that many. Well, I mean, I think they were in their. I think they were rutting.
I don't know, just flying around and crawling
They were crawling out each other. I think they were rutting. I mean, some of them were clearly having sex.
Well, they were in the container.
Shield bugs. Well, I mean, I suppose if you know you're off to your death, you may as well make the most of your time.
Well, that's what they do up in the drapes.
Well. There was one other thought I had, but it seems to have entered and exited fairly quickly. No. This one I think we're talking about. Pardon?
Incident.
No. Oh well, I will remark that I've had a great deal of fun with various headlines and stories with the online newspapers today. For example, there was this bestiality story from Anderson, Indiana. That was in the Daily Mail.
Yeah. That was caught by a cop in Virginia.
Alexandria, Virginia. Some cop, found this couple out on a website that he found called Beast Forum.
I mean, it'd be interesting to find out why is he watching Beast Forum.
Yes, Beast
Forum. Do they have that big problem there?
Well, that's it. I mean, because it's like Westerville, where they have all these. They have three guys that sit around and look at computers, trying to find out anybody who's
watching child porn.
Well, but they define child porn as anybody, meaning a contact in any way, shape, or form with anybody under the age of 18. I mean, they really have a very broad definition of that kind of stuff. And
it's amazing you let them go that.
Yeah. In any case, I've been in Anderson, Indiana. I spent a very pleasant night in the bar there, and I can assure you the action going on in the bar that night had nothing to do with bestiality.
Oh, the other one. There's this guy. He's home from Afghanistan.
Oh, yes.
He was having an affair with a woman.
Yes.
And
he had no.
They went to go upstairs to bed.
He was a bilateral amputee. He was a bilateral amputee.
He took his legs off, and then went upstairs.
Yeah. He left his legs downstairs. Now I don't know how he got upstairs. I mean,
did he use his
arms? A lot of these guys have tremendous upper body strength. In any case, the ex-husband came in because he wanted to see his dog, ostensibly.
Well, he called an explanation, and she gave it.
Well, no, that was unclear. But in any case, he shows up at 4:30 in the morning and finds this guy in the bed with his ex-wife, recently estranged. We're talking about like maybe apart for a week or so. And he beats the snot out of this war veteran. This bilateral amputee war veteran. And just life in general there in the UK on a certain front there. Now, if the war veteran had been allowed to own a firearm in the UK, he could have blown this guy away. Of course, in Texas, if he had killed him and the wife, that ex-wife, that would have been a justifiable homicide because that's one of the defense pleas you're allowed to argue in Texas law against murder. If you find your wife, being screwed by, or some crime of passion. You mean that's an allowable defense in Texas?
I know the judge. I know.
Let's allow
I
them
was
such
amazed
intentions.
when first time I heard they let this guy go with that.
Well, it's like David Ucker said. He said there are 27 defenses to murder in the state of Texas, and then he went through a whole long list. The David Ucker story is something I can reserve for a later date because it takes a long time to tell.
I'll be back in the book.
Let's see. Oh, what else? Oh, and in the Wall Street Journal, there was a headline today that said, quote, Argentina faces tampon shortage. and my remark to that is, I guess they're in a bit of a jam. Right. Well, you had to go there, didn't you? And then there was a great article about John Waters, and you can never have too many articles about John Waters. So I had a lot of fun today with the online newspaper. So on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye, YouTubers.